It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here this afternoon. I'm just so impressed by the young people to talk about diversity. And that is such an important topic here, not just in Franklin, but in this country right now. But I can tell you, I am so pleased and just so thrilled of everything I've heard from the young people. I mean, for them to talk about diversity in the way that they have, it would be a blessing if this place was full and if we had every culture that lives in Franklin represented here. Because it is a critical topic, it's an important topic, and diversity is important. We live in a country that is full of different cultures. And yet here in Franklin, we're working so hard to make sure that our cultures will respect one another. And if we can just share this with the world and get them in this nation to take on that same mentality, that same attitude of loving and respecting one another, striving to understand, this world would be such a much better place. And I'm always so grateful to Dr. Karazi. I marvel at him because he really, what he talks about, he lives. I've never seen anybody as busy as Dr. Karazi working in his community for diversity, for unity, and peace. And that is a critical topic, and it is so true that when we interact with one another, we truly learn about one another. We get rid of all the fears and the hesitation when we learn about different cultures. It's so critical and it's so important. When I think about the way I grew up, being born and raised in a city like Newark, and I'm quite seasoned. I'm in the seasoned group, if you will. And when I grew up, there are so many different cultures in Newark. You had different communities with different cultures. At that time, the cultures were either Italian or Irish or Polish, and we learned about the different cultures. Then Latinos, and then we learned about different cultures. It's amazing what happens when you learn and interact with people who don't look like you, who don't worship like you. I went to predominantly Jewish high school. I'm a Christian. I was raised a Christian, but I did become a Muslim. I was a faithful Muslim for 6 years. And I tell you, it's a learning, it's a journey. Life is a journey. And when we begin to interact and share with others, we'll discover that there's really not that much difference between us. We have more in common than we have that is different. And if we would just recognize it, the whole world would just recognize there's only one God, and he created all of us. And he knew that he was creating his own beautiful flower garden, and that's what we are. And if we can learn to just love the beautiful flower garden that God created, this world would be such a wonderful place. So I thank you so much for allowing me to speak. And I'll tell you, I'm totally impressed with the young people. Really, I'm totally impressed, and I thank you again for this.